and this is my very first knitting podcast. I'm really happy that you have found this. I try to speak English. It's not my first language. I am Finnish. I live in Helsinki, Finland. So I have this Finnish accent, which I'm trying to struggle with. So I hope you still understand what I'm trying to say. So this podcast is about knitting. I'm knitwear designer in Helsinki, and I make knitting patterns. So what I'm going to talk about is about my knitting, about my designing, about my designing process. But today I'm going to tell more about what I have been designing in the past last 2 years, and then I'm going to talk about a little what I'm going to do this year, 2020. So I'm sitting on my living room floor because here is the best light. It's really stormy and windy today outside, so if you heard some background noises, it might be the wind. I also have my kids here, so they might interrupt this, but I hope this is okay. I have told them that they have to keep away when I'm talking English to this camera. Today I will try to make it short because this is my first podcast and I haven't been editing videos much, so I try to be short and sharp, that this won't be so long video today. I have been designing about 10 years now. I first began with socks and beanies, but then I quickly turned to design cardigans, which I love designing the most. But also lately I have been designing pullovers. I'm wearing one at the moment, and in the future I'm going to continue designing cardigans and pullovers as much as I have time. I love cable knitting. It's my first passion, I think, but designing cable knitwear is sometimes hard. The designing process is long because grading the knitwear is not so easy, and it's hard to grade really large size range for cable cardigans. Lately I have tried to learn to design also larger sizes for cable cardigans, but it's sometimes really hard, so that's something that I like to in the future learn more. Then about sizing issues, I also I try to design in quite wide size range, from extra small to 3 extra large, so that is the size range that I usually have in most of my patterns, but in the future I also try to design more larger sizes and more also more size options, meaning that I also try to increase the sizes in between that range. So I am now actually designing this one yoke sweater with color work, which is going to be in quite large size range and quite many sizes. At least there will be 10 sizes for now, but I'm still thinking about creating it for more sizes. So about my voice today, I have had flu and cold for several weeks now. It's not I will try to get rid of it, but it's kind of persistent. It's lowering my voice today, so I have my ginger tea here, which I have to drink a bit if I have a sore throat. So I will first tell you about my designs that I have done in last 1 or 2 years. So here I have behind me a pile of knits that I have been doing and publishing lately. I don't actually remember in which order these have been published, so I try to tell you about them in that order in which I have been published, then starting from the oldest one and going to the newest one, but I'm not sure if I remember right. So let's start with this. This is my olive tree pullover. It has this lace panel on the back, and the continuous sleeve construction. The continuous sleeve construction is something that Susie M on Ravelry has been developing, and it's I like the constructions very much because it's possible to make really well fitted pullovers with that construction. So it starts this is completely work in the round and with no sew seaming. All the seaming is done by knitting, so I like it really much because I don't like to sew the seams. I am not good with tapestry needle. So it starts from the shoulders. No, it starts from the collar. You first cast on the stitches for the collar and join in the round. I have done a tubular cast on here, which is really neat and stretchy for the collar, and it's kind of the cast on kind of fades to the knit one purl one ribbing, so it's really neat. Then you start with shoulder increases, so there will be this kind of shoulder panel there, and then continue with sleeve increases, so the sleeve is kind of growing there, and it's completely done with the yoke part. And then I have also increased here on the body side to get really nice fitting for the armhole, for the whole piece. So that's my olive tree pullover. You can find it on Ravelry. I think I used Wall Collection sock yarn for this one. It took its fingering weight, and it took 3 skeins, if I remember right, or 2.5 for size small. So that's it. Then about this one. This is Koivu cardigan. Koivu means I think it's birch in English. It's a tree also, and this yarn reminded me about koivu tree, so that's why the name. And this is done the same way, but it's the cardigan version. It has the same sleeve construction than the olive tree cardigan, so continuous yoke. And the bottom band is growing simultaneously with the cardigan, so you don't have to pick any stitches to make this button band and lace on the back. And this is also on Ravelry, like all my patterns. Then this one. This is called Sumartin Sof. Sumartin is a small village in Croatia. I had this cardigan with me on our family summer trip. Not the last summer, but the summer before that, and that's why the name. I usually I have a line in which I have used the names of the cities in which I have been during the time when I got the idea of the cardigan, or I purchased the yarn from there, or I designed or graded the cardigan there, or something like that. That's why I choose the names of the cities. So this is a textured cardigan. It's made of Madeleine Toss vintage yarn, so it's worsted weight, and it got this seersucker pattern, and then cable panels in the front. There is no attachment, no buttons, no nothing in the front, so it's open front cardigan, but it's fits very well, sits nicely. It got drop shoulders, and it starts from the neck with the panels, and then you pick up the stitches for the back. I haven't been wearing this much this winter because it's so warm, almost too warm for the for this winter, because we haven't had any snow in Helsinki this year, and it's been really bad winter, raining and like continuous November all winter long. Then this one. This is something that I designed for Line magazine. It's really soft and lovely. It's the yarn that I used for this is Trellis Hera DK weight yarn, and it's held double with Katja silk mohair. It's really, I love the softness of this cardigan, but this is almost have been also too warm to wear this winter, so I haven't worn it much. It's have been too warm. But sometimes when I sit in the evenings and watching TV and knitting, I might wear this, because we have had cold days too in Helsinki. But it's it could be worn as a spring coat, so I have to wait that spring starts. It also has cable panels in the front, and it's knitted almost completely sideways, so it's constructed started from the back, and then it's shaped with short rows, so it's quite unique shape in this cardigan. Then let's take this one. It's hanging with my summer dress. This is completely made with Rowan kid silk haze yarn, so it's finger in weight silk mohair, and it's really it was really not really, but a bit annoying to knit. It took almost a year for me to finish this, because it's really long. It's like it's going to the knees almost, and it's really long. But I wanted to make a long summer cardigan that I could wear with this dress. So I'm really happy that I finally have this cardigan, and I have worn it with this dress last summer already. So that's also on Ravelry, that pattern. It's called apaixonar. It's Portuguese word for falling in love with, or something like that. I don't know any Portuguese or speak, but I love some Portuguese words that have no exact translation in any language, so that's why the name. It's it was a bit annoying to knit, but when it was finished, I fell in love with the finished piece. Okay, then I have two more. First this one. This is Lisboa Soft. I was visiting Lisbon with my husband last March, I think it was, and I had this piece with me, I knitted it there, and that's why the name again. It's Malabrigo yarn, Malabrigo di Rios, and I think that yarn is just perfect for gables. I have done my silversmith hoodie, which isn't here with me today. It's also designed for that yarn, and it's perfect to wear, and the stitch definition is just perfect with the gables. But also this has been too warm this fall, so I haven't worn it much. It has V-neck, and then I chose orange colored buttons for this. I really like it, and I would like to wear it more, but it's quite warm for this weather. But then again, this one. This is one of my newest designs. It's called Southampton Soft. It has lace panels on the sleeves, and I really have. This is something that I have worn much this year, so it's fingering weight, so it's not too warm, and then there is this small detail on the back neck button that you can open, and you can, if you don't like the button option, I have also written a pattern, an option written in the pattern, an option of a silk bow or silk ribbon that you can attach there if you don't like the button. Or this can be even done without the button, if you don't like it. There is also this continuous sleeve construction here, so it sits very well, and it's really nice to wear. The yarn for this is the uncommon thread yarn, fingering weight. I don't remember the yarn brand, but I will put it in the box below. But all in all, it's the uncommon thread. I just don't remember the exact name of the yarn. So then a bit about knits that aren't yet on Ravelry. I have this one beanie, which I knitted when I went to Reykjavik, Iceland. I forgot my beanie there, back at home, but so I was forced to knit this on the plane, and it's half brioche completely. The back side looks like this, and this is the right side. And then there is crown shaping, which is goes really rapidly in the middle. So and the sizing is good, that it's not too tight, so it fits with my curls very well. It's the yarn is Oh, this is the same yarn that I used for my Erusa design, which I showed you before. So the same yarn than this. It's Trellis Hera DK. I had one leftover skeins which I wanted to use for this beanie. I haven't wrote a pattern yet. I might wrote it for next fall. I just have to write it. Then I have this this one that I'm wearing now. It's I will call it easy pullover because this is a really simple design. It's there is no shaping at all. It's raglan sleeves, basic shaping, a bit oversized, so my underarm is really there. This is quite oversized for me. There is no shaping on the neck either, or in the back or in the body. It's just a straight top-down piece, started from the collar and continuously knitted in the round. I think it's so easy that a beginner knitter can do it. You just have to know how to make increases for these seams, but it's all explained in the pattern, so it's not that hard. This is being test knitted at the moment, so I will publish it probably in April this year. I will stand a bit so that you will see the positive ease and the length. So it's really nice. I like it myself a lot. And, it's DK weight yarn. I really like the how it turned out. So I have worn it pretty much the past few days. So that's all about it. It's the yarn. It's DK Madeline Tosh DK. Yes, Tosh DK. And the colorway was Fog, if I remember it right. And I had 5 skeins, I think, in my stash, and I used it completely. So this is M size. I made one size larger for me that I normally do to get more oversized look for me. Then I have this half brioche pullover, which is also being test knitted at the moment. There is also tubular cast on. It makes really nice look for the collar, and drop shoulders shaped with short rows, and then it's completely boxy piece, so it's straight right to the down, and the sleeves are kind of oversized, too long. Also, I wanted to make long sleeves because I wanted to also show the wrong side of the half brioche stitch, which looks like this. So when you wear it, you will wear it with cuffs folded, so it will look like this. Okay, I have talked half an hour and I haven't got into my VIPs yet, so I have to talk about them too a bit. There is this Icelandic sweater that I have been working. This have been my first color work, real color work with 3 colors. I have made some socks when I was really young with color work and mittens when I was really young, but I haven't. It was a struggle then, and I didn't find it. The color work knitting, I didn't find it pleasant for me. So I haven't actually done it since. But then on my trip to Reykjavik, Iceland, there was Icelandic sweaters in every shop and store, and I started to look at them, and I started to think that I when I was there, I definitely would have needed one, because it was so cold, and I had too light overcoat with me there, so I had to buy a fleece. I didn't want to buy a sweater. I never buy sweaters, almost never buy sweaters, woolen sweaters by myself, because I want to knit them by myself, but I started to think that I need to make one. I need to buy yarn there, and I need to make one. And then I bought Letlopi yarn, and I made one. So here it is. This was the designing process has been really hard. I ripped this, frogged this almost, I think, 6 times, the yoke. I draw the color work almost 4 times, I think. It was pretty hard because I didn't have done it before. But now I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I still struggle with the cuffs. I have been ripping them back and knitting all over again, and I only show you the yoke for now, so you will see the cuffs and the rest of the piece later. But there will be color work on the cuffs too, and before the hem ribbing. Then there is this another yoke piece that I'm working with. It's a mix of Madeline Toss Sport and Venoull, which is, I don't really know, it's a Swedish name, and it's from Lanka-kauppa Kera. They sent me that yarn, and it's really really kind of rustic. It's lamp wool, Finnish lamp wool. It's rustic, but it's soft, and it was really it has been really nice to knit. It's not itchy at all. It's it's soft, and the feel is, I don't know, it's really nice. This is my 3rd skein. I probably have to start the 4th one too, because the yarn isn't enough for the sleeves and for the rest of the body. But the top is Madeline Toss DK, sorry, Toss Sport, and the rest is Venoull. And I will try to finish this before my trip to my holiday trip, which I will have in the middle of March. And then I will take another project on my trip there. And my other project, my holiday knitting project, will be made of these. This is Cascade Yarns Heritage Silk, Merino silk blend, which I mix with this, and this is the Uncommon Thread Silky fingering yarn. I have used this before for my Golden Adeline design, which isn't here with me now, but I have this thing that lately that I want to get rid of my leftover cakes and yarn in my stash. So this is not a full cake. This is probably 75% of the skein, and I'm going to do color work for the yoke. So this will be the main color, and this will be the contrasting one. And I have already designed the color work, what I'm going to do. I just haven't, and also I have made the sample, but haven't cast on yet, so it will be my next project to cast on. And then I have these. This is Hjertegarn blend bamboo, and these are going to be the similar as this one. So my youngest son, he is 6 years old, and when he saw this sweater, he said that, "Mommy, that's really, really beautiful. I want the similar one. I want the same with similar colors and similar patterns, so you have to make me one." I was like, but this is Letlopi yarn. It's too warm for you. You can't wear it in your preschool, and you can't wear it at all because it's just too warm for you. He's really he doesn't like to wear any long-sleeved shirts. He always wears short sleeve shirts inside, so I don't think that he would like a Letlopi sweater. So then I thought that I will make a similar one and grade it for the kid sizes with this yarn. But I haven't actually done that. I did made a swatch already, but I haven't really looked into it if it's possible to grade for the kid sizes, but maybe it is. So this is something that I will definitely knit for him during the spring. Then I will show you one cake which is a bit of not winded so well. This is actually my from my newest sweater, Mollema Cardigan, which I published in the end of or 20th of February. It's collaboration with Kettle Yarn Company, and this yarn is just the most perfect yarn that I have worked with in a long time. It's Meiju DK. This color is Steppe or Steppy. I don't know how it's pronounced in English, but it's. I will put the information in the box below. So the color is just. It's greenish yellow, and it's. I really like it. I haven't the cardigan here with me because I sent it to Linda to Kettle Yarn Company, and it's being showcased in Unravel at the Unravel festival at the moment. So I haven't it here with me, but I'm eagerly waiting it back. I really like how the cardigan turned out, and it has also you have liked it so much that I'm really humbled about it. It's up on Ravelry, and you can find the button there. It's Mollema Cardigan. So about this skein, this is the cake from which I made a swatch for the Mollema Cardigan, and I think here is enough yarn to make a beanie, so that's something that I will work for the next fall. Then I have 9 of them. Rowan cocoon. This is yarn that I have in my stash for 4 years probably. It has been waiting an inspiration. It calls for 7mm needles. It's bulky yarn, so I haven't designed actually anything from bulky yarn yet. I mean cardigans. I have designed beanies, but not cardigans. So I am going to do a cardigan from these. It's probably going to be something jacket-like, because this is so bulky, and I hope that I will make it for the next fall. So in the beginning I told that I will try to make it short, but it's almost 45 minutes, and I have been talking the whole 45 minutes. So thank you for watching. I hope you will come back again to see my next podcast. I will try to post these probably in the beginning once a month or once in every 2 weeks. I have to look at how fast I am with my knittings, because if I don't have anything new to show you, then I will not podcast anything. If you want me to tell you something that you would like to know, or if you have ideas for the subjects of these podcasts, write in the comments, and if you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like, give me a thumbs down, and subscribe, please subscribe, it means a lot to me, and you will stay in the loop with me. Thank you for watching, see you next time.